Thank you for asking me to speak at your event today. I'm sorry that I can't be there in person, but technology has at least enabled me to have a virtual presence. In much the same way, technology can help make it easier for us to travel more efficiently and more sustainably. That's why, for those that need to travel, we want to encourage them to make smarter travel choices and use sustainable means. Very simply, getting the best from the opportunities presented by smart technology will be essential to keeping Britain moving while also tackling the challenge of climate change. The UK's population is growing. It's expected to reach 71 million by 2030. The vast majority of that growth will be concentrated in our towns and cities, and London's population is growing at twice the rate of the rest of Britain. This will put increasing pressure on an already congested transport network. If we do nothing, congestion is expected to become around 30% worse by 2025. So while our economy is growing faster than that of any other advanced country, keeping Britain moving is essential for our long-term economic success. But at the same time, we must meet the threat posed by climate change. UK greenhouse gas emissions actually increased last year, and the transport sector was responsible for around a fifth of the total. So while we secure the economic recovery, we also have to decarbonise transport. That's why between 2015 and 2020 we're making a record £70 billion of investment in our transport infrastructure, focusing on sustainable forms of travel. We're investing in new infrastructure like HS2 and Crossrail. Both will add significant capacity to the transport network. But it's not just about delivering major new projects, we're also investing to get the best from our existing infrastructure. We're upgrading the Thameslink line, for example, completing the Northern Hub and electrifying over 850 miles of railway. Together, the steps we're taking will add 120,000 new places on peak time trains by the end of the decade. And we're also accelerating the development of new technologies. £500 million is being invested to support ultra-low emission vehicles, and there's a new £10 million prize fund to develop driverless vehicles. There's also investment in other research and development that will help create a cleaner, greener transport sector. But we also need to think from the start about how different forms of transport connect with one another and improve links between them. This is where smart technologies have a critical part to play. Smart technology can make public transport more convenient by providing information that joins up bus, tube, tram and train timetables. Live countdown information has made it far easier for people to plan their journey by bus. And smart technology can also help improve the quality of the passenger experience. Social media can give operators immediate and sometimes robust feedback on the service they are providing. And smart technology can be good value for money. Transport for London estimates that smart technologies are already saving up to £58 million a year. But we want to go further by setting a framework that will encourage the take-up of smart technologies across transport. That's why we're investing over £600 million through the local Sustainable Transport Fund that is supporting projects like Growing Smarter Travel in Crewe. It will enable the council and operators to use big data to reshape the bus network without increasing congestion. We also want all passengers to enjoy the benefit and convenience of smart ticketing. The Smart Cities programme will support smart integrated ticketing in 9 major cities across the UK. And we're working with the rail industry to get the most commuters in the South East using smart cards and potentially contactless bank cards within 3 years. We're also publishing real-time open data sets covering trains, buses and the strategic road network. Transport data is now the most downloaded and reused data released by the government. That's unleashed the creativity of thousands of developers who have already produced hundreds of apps that are improving millions of people's journeys. I also think smart technologies have the potential to improve the accessibility of the transport network. Everyone agrees that our transport network should be accessible to everyone. But while there have been significant improvements over recent years, the fact is we still need to do a lot more. For example, half of all rail stations are still inaccessible for people with mobility problems. I think there is a real potential for smart technology to help. One of the difficulties people face is knowing whether or not the station they need to use is accessible. Transport for London's accessible app showcased the potential for high-quality, accessible apps to help people move around the city. It also demonstrated the appetite for industry to deliver them. I want to move faster to improve access across the transport network. I want to enable developers to innovate and make more products available. And that's why the department's open data strategy confirms our commitment to go further and faster in releasing transport data. Transport Direct now publishes accessibility data. It covers rail, bus and coach services across the country and includes unsuitable stops. This will help people develop better products that will help everyone use the transport network more easily. In conclusion, I'd like you to consider these issues and how we can use new technologies to encourage greener travel. Transport has the greatest potential to benefit from smart technology. This is a time of huge change and opportunity. Through cross-sectoral collaborative working, new technologies and innovations could be used in transport to ease urban traffic congestion, help reduce carbon emissions, make transport more efficient and improve air quality and public health. My apologies again for being unable to be with you in person, but I wish you a productive and enjoyable day. Thank you.